Good morning. Okay, just going to do a video about foreigners and getting the vaccine in Thailand and that sort of thing, what the situation is. I'll get to that in a minute. Firstly, just a bit of an update where it's not good, as I mentioned in the last video. We've gone deeply into the third wave of coronavirus or COVID. Yeah, and compared to wave number one and wave number two, this is really bad this time, yeah. First wave, I think, 20 people died and 1,000 people got COVID. Second wave, maybe another 20 people died and 1,000 people got COVID. Yeah, we just rode out those couple of waves. Thailand shut down. A couple of weeks later, we were back out of lockdown. Everything was good. I think we went for 3 or 4 months without even one case, yeah. But now we've got the third wave, yeah, and this one's really taken off. It's the UK variant, and it's massive numbers and all this sort of thing. To put it into context, in the whole year from April 2020 to April 2021, I think there's only about 50 or 100 people died in Thailand, yeah. At the moment, 100 people died last week. Yeah, so it's gone way, yeah, back then, 50 people a day were getting COVID or something, and it was only in one place and this. Now it's a couple of thousand a day are getting it, new cases, and, as I said, 100 people have died in the last week. I think 20 yesterday, yeah. So it's a whole lot more serious, and what they've done, used to have green zones, means there was a little bit of COVID. Yellow zone, it's pretty bad. Red zone, it's really bad. Now they've created a deep red zone. So we'll call that the magenta zone, which means it's really, really, really bad. And where we are here is smack bang in the magenta zone now. So yeah, it's all not good. But with that in mind, Thailand has fast-tracked because they were doing okay, they didn't worry that much about vaccines. They were coming, virus is under control, But now there's a real urgency to fast track the vaccines. So they're starting next month, yeah. They're firing up factories, firing up production lines, producing AstraZeneca, I think it is, vaccine in Thailand. Yeah. So back to the original title of the video. They've now said, as of early June, I think it's the 7th of June, the first wave of vaccinations will take place. And it's for people over 60, right? It's the first wave, right? And I turned 60 last month, so guess what? I qualify. So that's all good. Now, let's dispel a couple of the myths. There's been this, foreigners in Thailand are worse than a bloody women's sewing circle with the gossip and the Chinese whispers and the... Okay. There's been this myth floating around that foreigners won't be getting vaccinated. Not true. Foreigners are getting vaccinated along with everybody else. No problems, right? So myth number 2, foreigners will have to pay for the vaccine. No, foreigners are getting the vaccine for free along with everybody else. Okay, so there's the first couple of myths dispelled. Yeah, they just decided everyone's going to get vaccinated, as I said, over 60. So what happened yesterday, being the 1st of May, they opened up the floodgates to book for the vaccines coming in June, yeah? Now, what they've done is made it so that you book for all the foreigners here. They've made a website and an app and all this sort of thing. You log in, who am I, your age, your date of birth, all of this. And you book pick a hospital, pick a date. Yes, you're booked in for a vaccination, yeah? Did it all yesterday. For Thais, straightforward. You go in, what's your ID number, what's your citizen number, all of this, yeah. For Westerners, we've had to use the pink card, right? So I've done other videos on this. I'll try and put one up there about pink cards and things. Pink card, yeah? which is like equivalent to a Thai ID, but it's a ID in Thailand for foreigners. Yeah. On that ID, as part of getting that ID, you get essentially a Thai ID number, like a American Social Security number, a citizen number, or whatever. Yeah, you get, well, you're not Thai, you just get a number that fits into all the databases. Yeah. So what they've done, you log into this app, and I will put the you do open up Line, the Line application, and you scan this QR code. Okay, that's the QR code. Open up Line, scan it, and it'll take you to the website app/within Line. And anyone who lives in Thailand knows what Line is, right? It's the major messaging app that everybody uses. Okay, so that gets you into the app. First thing it'll say is enter your Thai ID number. Yeah, for Thais, that's their normal number off their ID. For me, it's my number off my pink ID number, yeah? So, enter your name, enter your address, how old are you, da-da-da. And then it says pick a hospital, yeah? You've entered your address, so then it gives you a list of local hospitals. Pick up, I want that hospital. It's only government hospitals at the moment. Pick a time, 10 o'clock, pick a date, bang, yeah. Sends you back, yep, you now have a confirmed appointment. I now have a booking for the 7th of June, yeah, about a month from now. Actually, I'm on the very first day. It starts on the 7th. I have a booking at 10 o'clock on the 7th, yeah? So there are people at 9 o'clock. So if people start dropping dead from the thing, I'll have a bit of a heads up, yeah? Yeah, so if anyone's interested, pop a comment, pop a thing of question in the comments or something, but it's really straightforward. Scan that QR code. I'll put it up again. Yeah, scan the QR code with Line, opens up the app, put it on, oh, it's in Thai. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. The whole app and website is in Thai, so you need wife, girlfriend, partner, someone to help you navigate, yeah? It's going to say, oh yeah, put your name in, you know, whatever. So you need a Thai sitting next to you to do it. But you put all the information in and away you go. So, yeah, hopefully that's good information for people living in Thailand, yeah, because it's public knowledge, but it's not really disseminated that much, right? There's still 90% of the expat population think we're not getting vaccinated, we're going to have to pay for it, we'll be last on the list, etc., yeah. But as it turns out, I'm over 60, I'm first on the list. I'm getting vaccinated, and I'm getting vaccinated for free. So, yeah, which a lot of people hate this. They love just perpetuating the myths and whatever. They're never happy if it goes the other way, yeah. But, all right, hopefully that, I was going to do another video. Oh, I'll probably still do that, yeah, life in lockdown sort of video. Things to do inside a 40 square metre condo. All right, I don't think there's anything else. Hang on. Yeah, not much else to do with the vaccines. Only I think, as I said, you need your pink card, pink ID, and it's one of these times where the pink ID serves a purpose. Usually people argue about, do you need it? What does it do? Is it any good? Da da da. In this instance, it is relevant, yeah, it's going to serve a purpose. But if you don't have a pink ID, I believe the process or the procedure is you've literally got to drive by and stick your head in the local hospital to get on the list and stuff, right? There is no other way of registering if you don't have a pink ID, yeah? All right, I'll sign off there. As I said, any questions in the comments, etc., I'll try and respond straight away. Yeah, hopefully a few people inside Thailand will see this and, oh, I think I better get registered. I better get on. I better get the vaccine registration happening, etc. All right, cheers, guys.